Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, is it time for you to invest? It's time for you to create your own wealth, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let that train pass you by. Let's talk. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Welcome back. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I'm using a new app called Haps down below in the description. It helps go live on 5 different platforms. So I can do YouTube, I can do Twitter, I can do Periscope. Well, no more Periscope, but Twitter. I can do Facebook groups. I can do a few things, and we still have StreamYard, which is what I'm using for the YouTube and everything right now. So I want to welcome everybody that's here. And tonight we have to talk about a few things. Most of you are thinking, my head is spinning probably about now because people are saying invest in the stock market. Have you seen what's happened? Other people are saying invest in crypto. Have you seen what's happened? Others are saying invest in real estate. Have you seen what's happening? Your head may be spinning, but some of you may be thinking you have to pick one. I say, why can't you pick all of them? Get into all of it, because you never know which one of these asset classes will decline or go down. Stock market goes up, stock market goes down. Real estate goes up, real estate goes down. So the idea is it your time to invest? The resounding answer is always yes, even if it's in precious metals as well, because as the government prints more money, that means inflation is going to occur. So you should be getting yourself some gold, silver, and precious metals, the actual physical kind. All right? Just a little bit. I'm not talking about go spend thousands and thousands of dollars on it. That's my opinion, of course. But what I'm saying is you got to have a little bit of your portfolio includes actual physical silver, because that's something somebody cannot take away from you, meaning government entities, unlike your bank account. Once you give them the funds, the money's no longer yours. You may not realize that. So that is the actual truth of the matter. So you have to start thinking, what are the ways that you can diversify and always make some money? Is it time for you to invest? And I want to hear everybody say yes, or in that matter, hell yes. All right. Meanwhile, people have been watching cryptocurrency go from $9,000 a year ago to 50, 60,000, 57,000 for Bitcoin, 2,000 for Ethereum now. 9 months ago, Ethereum was $345. So you guys can start doing the math. It's at 2,100 because I checked today and I couldn't believe it because I heard it was over 2,000 and it just keeps going. So I want to welcome everybody here and I want to thank you for being here. First up, we have Broccoli Heart 71 in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. So glad you're here. I believe you left me a comment below one of the videos, so I'm glad to see you here on the Friday night live. All right, Brittany B's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much. And I want to point out something else here. Brandon Hicks is in the house. We always have to salute from North Carolina. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm running feeds on Hap as well tonight. So I may be looking up, maybe looking a little, I haven't figured out the configuration yet, but Haps is a free streaming service on 5 different platforms. And then of course, you guys know I use StreamYard, but both links are down below because StreamYard is free initially for 2. So Brandon Hicks is in the house on a Friday night live stream. Salute to North Carolina. Glad to see you here once again. Tanisha Lyles. Hey, fam. Happy Good Friday. By the way, thank you so much. Happy Good Friday to you. And please, I always forget, but not this time. 5 minutes in, please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And that half for you too, Haps. Smash that like button up there, please. That helps the algorithms, I'm sure, on all fronts. Melody Bonita, Miss 21 streams of income. Emerging millionaire is in the house. That's right. And just like you know what we're talking about, F average, be legendary, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Just do what you got to do. All right. Let's see here. John Ruck is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. At work once again, but he is tuned in. He's locked. He's loaded, because you never know when there's going to be some gems dropped. And by the way, for anyone that's new, you better get pens and pads ready, because there's gems dropped, not just by me. I may get in just one gem, but the community of people here from diverse backgrounds, they have knowledge and information that can help you invest in yourself, invest in your future. I dropped a video today, invest in yourself, because it was about getting your online real estate that I've been adamant about this year in 2021. That's almost like why I do a video almost every 10 days talking about get your online real estate, meaning get your domain names, whether it's a .com, whether it's a .crypto. All right, because you're going to be able to pay people with crypto by just using your name, or whatever. Like I can do stopstrugglingnow.crypto. By the way, what do you mean I can do? Anybody can send me crypto, by the way, at stopstrugglingnow.crypto. That's how simple it is now, ladies and gentlemen. When you go to Coinbase or where you're at any exchange, you can put in, somebody can give you an address, johndoe.crypto. And you don't have to configure which one is it. You don't have to go out, well, is it Bitcoin to Bitcoin, or Litecoin to Litecoin, or Tron to Tron, or XRP to XRP. You don't have to do none of that. You can just go into send however you want. And if you want to send somebody $100, you just send it to johndoe.crypto. Or in my case, everybody will now know I actually have stopstrugglingnow.crypto. Makes sense, right? So now I can actually sell products and services and have a button like everybody's familiar with PayPal, except now I have a button, and it could be for the .crypto crowd if somebody wants to use crypto to pay me. And oh, by the way, I have something coming, and you guys are going to find out next week. In fact, you'll be going with me on the journey. You know how I do this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be down in Miami. I'm going to be going to one of the yacht places, because remember, there's an SSN lifestyle coming, and I got to make some deals. So I'm going to take you guys along, but I'm not going to show you the conversation so much. But I guess we're going to be checking out some boats next week. But it's because I'm trying to make some deals for SSN Lifestyle. So you guys are going to be coming along. So stay tuned. All right. Yes, John Ruck with the icon next to his name. Melanie Bonita with the icon next to her name. Tanisha Lyles with the icon next to her name. Ladies and gentlemen, that means they are members of the channel. And that's why they have the icons next to their name. Subscribers is one thing, so I appreciate all subscribers, because we are now over 12,000. But once again, this is all about getting your online real estate. Just like right now, I have stopstrugglingnow.com is online real estate. ssnlifestyle.com is online real estate. You guys have to understand, the future is all about content. What do you think? Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Amazon, all these guys, your bank, your credit card company, they're using all of your information and content to make more money. Robinhood is selling your information over to Citadel. Okay, they make money. It's free to the user, but they're selling the information. That's how they're making the money, using our buy and sell information, ladies and gentlemen. They've monetized us, just like the federal government. We're all subsidiaries, and that's how they tax us. They've monetized us. So this is what the future holds as well. Get a hold of your own information. Get a hold of yourself to be the one to create the wealth. All right? That's all I'm trying to say tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We can talk about anything as usual on a Friday Night Live. You guys know how we do this. Haps does not. But tonight, you'll find out. We can talk about any subject matter. All right. So let's see. Who else do we have in the house? John Ruck, 100% facts, 1%er, crown me. Exactly. Victor Marrero's in the house with the icon next to his name. Let's rock. That's his signature voice. Let's rock. Okay, Melanie Bonita. Yes. 21 streams of income. And by the way, every Friday night, whenever she's here, I got to give her some pub because I cannot believe a person has 21 streams of income putting down the work. She has books on Amazon. You can look up her name, so I'll put her name on the screen. It is under her name, and these books help you make money online. There's books for women, books for men, books for both, books for sociology and psychology. She's got it all, and that's why she's a speaker, and that's another stream of income. That's why she can write articles, another stream of income. She has several streams of income that she can do. Oh, book signings, another possible stream of income, which promotes her book at the same time. Let's talk. Now she can even be on Audible. Her books can be in Audible with Amazon. I mean, it's endless. Somebody could be reading her books with their voice and putting it on podcasts. I mean, this is just unlimited space that she's in. 21 streams of income. Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name, otherwise known as Mr. Financial around here. He drops gems, ladies and gentlemen. So just be prepared. Like I said, you better get your pen and pad and papers ready and make sure you don't run out because it comes hot and heavy because we have people here. Here we go. I have 600 ounces of silver, 11 ounces of gold, 3,600 ounces of copper and other metals. John Ruck lays it down, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. He is diversified within the precious metals physically. So we can do physical gold and silver, but some of you may not like physical gold and silver. But I suggest you get some. All right? It doesn't have to be these numbers that you see that John Ruck has, but get some. I don't care if it's 10 ounces, 20 ounces, 50 ounces, whatever the case may be, you better get some. Some of you may say, well, Eric, I can just go to the stock market and buy an ETF. Yes, you can. That's what I do too. But again, get your free shares of stock down below from Robinhood and Webull. That's right. You heard me. If anybody's new here, get your free shares of stock down below because you're investing in yourself. What are you going to work for if you're not going to invest your money in yourself? In fact, when you go to work, you should pay yourself first. And then the leftovers goes towards whatever else, if you can do that. That's the best way to do it. So then you don't miss anything. Just like when out of your paycheck, some of you just have money go directly to your 401k. What's the difference? Instead of going to your 401k where they get to use your money to make 100% return and then tell you, hey, but Eric, we got you 12% this year. Are you good? You're like, hell yeah, woohoo. Come on now. They're playing you because they're getting 60, 70, 80, 100% on your money when you could do the same thing. All right, pay attention. All right, John Ruck, let's go. I wish I knew how to get Omi coin. Tell me about it. We can't, again, land of the free. Omi coin, we can't get it. It's unbelievable. Ever since Uniswap started acting funny, and there was one other place too, but so far, no place that we can get Omi. Basically, you have to live outside the United States or you use a VPN probably to get on another exchange to buy Omi. It's ridiculous. Again, Diesel Mike's in the house. What's up, E? What's up, Diesel Mike, with the icon next to your name? Thank you so much for being here on a Friday night as well. Melody Bonita, I smashed that like button right on. I like to hear that. All right. Okay. We have someone else. Kel Slater, welcome back. E-Money, I miss C3 at 61 this week. Oh, my God, man. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. C3 is at half price as far as I'm concerned. These guys have military contracts. In case anybody doesn't know, C3 is artificial intelligence. And they came out the box at 140, 150. They're down to 61. They've been down to 60, 65, 70, 75. In my opinion, artificial intelligence is coming. And I don't know why they're half price from their IPO just like 2 months ago. But I didn't know they were at 61. I'm going to have to start putting alerts out because I would never think it would be 61. And since I'm using my cell phone for apps, I can't go look up and see what I bought it at. All I think I did was 75-ish. Something like that. I was happy with that. But if it's in the 60s on Monday, looks like I'm going to be getting some more C3. All right. What's up, John Ruck? Curtis Davis, what's up? Stop struggling now, fam. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Eric B. and SSM family, happy Good Friday. That's right, I should say happy Good Friday to everybody, and hopefully everyone will have a great Easter. That's right, it's this weekend. The Easter Bunny's in town. All right, good evening, Mr. Burton, SSM fam. Wilson Koo with the icon next to his name, the king of penny stocks. Man, if you guys missed Wednesday's live stream, I suggest you go back and look, because Wilson Koo was dropping some penny stock gems in all the right genres, all the right sectors. He was telling us about artificial intelligence. He had 23 cents, ladies and gentlemen, for artificial intelligence companies. He's talking about marijuana stocks, also under a penny. He's telling us about robotics, everything that's coming. EV, electric vehicles, lithium batteries. I mean, it was unbelievable. So I suggest you go check out Wednesday's live stream. I'd keep the chat on purpose. The live chat, you can queue that up if you want. You'll see it, and you can watch when people are inputting it. And sometimes, most of the time, we go on the screen and check it out. But you just never know. Always looking for real estate opportunities. Keep your eyes and ears open down in Miami. Wouldn't mind adding to the portfolio. Victor Marrero. Speaking of down in Miami, there is a spot. I couldn't believe it. In downtown Miami, $300,000 condos. In fact, well, I'm going to be in Miami, so I'm going to probably go by and check this place out. It's $300,000 and up. I'm pretty sure it's only going to be like a studio or a small unit. But you and I both know anything in downtown Miami for 300 grand, 350, 340 is a deal for right now. But it also depends on something else. I'm going to show you guys something about Miami. You just got to be careful. Some of Miami is going underwater, ladies and gentlemen. Some people do not believe in that the earth is heating up and the ice caps are melting. But I have bad news for you. Humans are doing some damage to the earth, and the ocean is rising in Miami. And I'm going to show you guys when I'm there, because I'm going to be around the boat section, and I'm going to actually show you the pumps that are running, which you may not even notice because they just look like these little boxes that are only like 4 feet, 5 feet by 5 feet, but actually it's pumping water out of the area, trying to anyhow. And they just have them inconspicuously around corners, behind trees, things like that. They don't really make that much noise. Yeah, so we got to be careful when we're buying property in Miami to make sure we're not in that direction where the water is coming up. But 300 grand, 340 in downtown Miami for a condo. Yeah, in this case, it's a condo. Man, yeah, I agree with you on that. Prices in Miami are off the charts. Become the bank. Real estate, digital books, crypto, stake, dividends, social media. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to this. This is what we've been talking about. If you could be your own bank, why not? And this comes into play. Down below is Celsius Network. First of all, everybody knows already, if you're new here, get your free $10 from Coinbase. Use the link down below in the description. Everybody on Haps, I'm sorry, you got to come to the YouTube channel. But down below in the description, there's a link for $10 free. Down below that link, Celsius Network. And if you use my link and you send over, well, they've changed the promotion, unfortunately. Now you have to send over $400 or more. Then they give you $40 of DAI. All right? Using the link down below in the description. You guys might be saying, hey, Eric, that's crypto. I don't know about that. But here's the significance of Celsius, ladies and gentlemen. As Curtis Davis says, crypto staked. Here's some of what's going on in case you have missed it. Crypto places like Celsius are giving people 10% interest annually on their crypto just for leaving it at Celsius. And I'm just going to tell you some numbers, because I have volatile coins sitting over there, synthetic, and I have Matic sitting over there. Those are earning 13.99% annually. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 1% per month plus. All right? I don't know where you're going to get 1% a month plus just because you kept your money over there, but I'm taking it every month. And by the way, they give you interest every night based on your balance. And then every Monday, they issue the total from the previous week. So Tuesday, I don't know the cutoff though. So I always use Monday through Sunday, and then they give you the interest on Monday, meaning it's compounded every Monday. So now your balance goes up. So if you have Bitcoin over there, which is 6%, by the way, 6.2% for Americans. If you're international, you have every reason to go to Celsius, because internationally, if you decide to get your interest in Cell token, they usually give you an extra like 5%, 3%, or 2%. So some people internationally can get 17% on their money if they're holding synthetic SNX or Matic over there. 17%, 17.3% on your money annually. That's insane. This is what I call invest in yourself. And what he also means is staked. That's the interest we're getting. But how about this? The money over there now, you can borrow against that. So once again, you are the bank, and you don't have to pay taxes on it because you're borrowing against your asset versus selling. There's a huge difference. If you have $5,000 sitting over there and you said, hey, I want 25%. Here's the beauty of this also on Celsius. You borrow 25% or 33%, you get a loan for 1%, ladies and gentlemen. You heard 1%. That's all day, every day. So why wouldn't you invest in something that's going to give you 1%? That means, think about it. That means if you would have invested, who knows what's going to happen in the future with crypto. But just think about it last year. If you're one of the people that had like $5,000 in Bitcoin or Ethereum, if you had $5,000 in Ethereum, that would be like 6 times. You would have 30 grand now. If you had 5,000 worth of Bitcoin, you would also have about 40 grand. Now you would be able to borrow against that. That means down payments for a bunch of things, real estate, assets that can get you back some money. And that's what you're going to use to pay back the loan. And the loan could be 1% of interest, which is minimal. And oh, by the way, it could be a 24-month or 36-month loan. It's not like a short-term hard money type of situation where it's got to be paid back 6 months to 12 months. This is very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you create your wealth now. But it does take risk. And you have to make some money that you can afford to put into an investment vehicle, because it is a risk. Just because everything rising right now doesn't mean it's going to go that way, because there's always a rise and a fall. So it's up to you. If you can invest and you feel comfortable with investing and possibly losing some value along the way, don't panic. Just always just stay the course. All right. The only thing that's new here is crypto. And people thought crypto was down and out 5 years ago. They thought it was down and out 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. But what happens? It's just FUD. All right. The banks have no answer. Because now if Celsius can give me 13%, if Celsius can give me 10%, by the way, stable coins, they give you 10%, meaning it matches the dollar. So do you mind earning 10% per year or 10.5% annually? Yes, at Celsius you can with a stable coin, meaning it's not volatile. It doesn't go up and down like my SNX and the Matic and Bitcoin and Ethereum and almost all the rest of them. So this is why you invest in yourself. And what I love about Celsius is they're using the slogan, unbank yourself. Exactly right. Get loans for yourself. Use your loans to get the assets to pay back your loans. And 1%, you can pay back your loans easier than if it was 10% or 8% or 7%, right? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty major, actually. So get in on the game, all right? Tanisha Lyles, hey, Curtis and Miss Melanie, I see you. Yes, Tanisha Lyles, we see you too. Curtis Davis, hello, Melanie. Oh, Lee Dennis, Victor Herrera, Wilson Koo, Tanisha Lyles, Brittany B, Brandon Hicks. Stop struggling now. Hello. Exactly. Hey, John Ruck, glad you made it. Exactly. Got nothing but love here tonight. All right, I forgot that signs. Coinbase pays you to learn about new coins. Stella, Cello, exactly, Curtis Davis. I shouldn't have mentioned that. When you get your free $10 of Coinbase down below, when you go over there, you can learn a little bit, and they do give you $3 here, $4 there. Sometimes it's up to $30, but it's all based on $3 from like Stello, $3 from Cello, $3 from Noom, NUM, things like that. So that's all we're trying to say. But thank you so much, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, for mentioning that. I appreciate it. C3 has a commercial on Bloomberg or Cheddar. Caught my attention. We better invest. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles. Yes, even when, and I gave full disclosure before, I bought C3 at I think it was 145 or 150, somewhere like that, when it came out as an IPO, because of their artificial intelligence, and they have military contracts from the United States government. So I didn't think they'd drop to half price, in fact, below half price. And then I bought some more. I'm pretty sure it was around 75. So my dollar cost average down is now somewhere like, I guess it's almost around, it's got to be around 110. But after next week, we're going to remedy that situation, because if it's in the 60s, clearly I got to buy some more to get my dollar cost average down under 100. All right. That's how we do it here, ladies and gentlemen. If you believe in a stock, you have to invest more, especially with artificial intelligence and they have government contracts. That's crazy. Coinbase pays you to learn about new coins. Exactly. I already put that up. Curtis Davis, C3 can't fool me. Similar to Palantir, government contracts. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, PLTR. We've already mentioned C3, PLTR. You better, PLTR. I don't know how it's $20, $22. That's insane too. They have government contracts as well, as Mr. Financialist mentioned. Happy Good Friday indeed. Exactly. Happy Good Friday, and Resurrection Sunday's coming. Exactly. Yeah. And speaking of that, we had a resurrection of the stock market on Wednesday and Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable during a pandemic that this is happening. All right. So this invest in yourself portion of the video, of course, you guys know this is what we have to do. We have to invest in ourselves. You are the content, ladies and gentlemen. Now get out here and start producing content. Yes, YouTube pays people, but the split is ridiculous. They get the bulk of it. All right. Google, when you're searching, and everybody gets paid off of your content. Now it's time to turn the tables. You have to own certain things like domains, like your websites, like a branded name, or your own name can be branded. But you have to own something that you can monetize as well. Whether you go through YouTube, whether you go through Snapchat, whether you go through Instagram and get paid, you still get paid from videos, from your work, and you still hold the work. All right. Just like domain names, when you have the .com name, the .crypto name, you control that name. Nobody can take it away from you. And you can make and receive payments for your .crypto name. This is major, ladies and gentlemen. And I got something else for you, because I'm going to do a video about minting your own token. That's right. You heard me. It is doable. That you keep hearing people saying, I'm minting my token. This is crypto I'm referring to. Can you imagine? I'm just going to give you guys some of the situation that's about to occur in my mind. All right. SSN Lifestyle. Can you imagine that I say, okay, we're going to run on a different blockchain. I'm going to use BSV blockchain. By the way, BSV was 202 when I was talking about it about 3 weeks ago. It's 240 right now, just to keep numbers right. All right. So BSV, I'm going to run and on the SSN Lifestyle on that blockchain, BSV, right? I'm going to mint tokens, ladies and gentlemen, meaning you're going to, when you sign up in SSN Lifestyle, you're going to have your own token. Now that might not seem like much. It's just nothing. Just call it paper, whatever you want to call it, but it's an item. Okay. Now imagine this. Let's just say you don't want to be an SSN Lifestyle no more. And you said, hey, I want to sell it. I want somebody to buy it. This turns into actual asset after the way we're going to work this out, because we have to have value, right? You have to have value, otherwise it's not going to be an asset, or you got to have it where it generates some income, right? But I haven't figured out the whole playbook yet. I'm just giving you guys a preview because I'm about to do something that's going to be, the government's going to be after me again. But it's all right, because this is what we do. We make them make laws to stop me. That's what I do. So here's what we're going to do. So let's just get on the first layer. You have SSN Lifestyle, you're a member, and you say, you know what? I don't want to be a member no more. Well, now you get to sell your membership, which means that coin now is an actual asset that you can sell, because there's a membership, there's some other stuff going on. Picture it this way. So you go out here and you say, you know what? I signed up for, it doesn't matter. Let's just call it $300. But because it's a limited supply, not everybody can sign up. Scarcity, ladies and gentlemen. Now you say, hey, you know what? I want $500. Somebody says, okay, I like that. Well, guess what? How about this, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to use this in a tier system. So let's say we have John Doe. All right. He signed up. Let's say Jane Doe signed up under him. Okay. Jane Doe is the one that said, I'm going to sell my membership. Jane Doe says, well, I'm going to sell my membership for $500. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I can program the coin. So every time that membership gets sold by Jane Doe, Jane Doe sold hers for $500. I can put in a stipend in the coin when it sells that 10% goes to John Doe, because he actually signed up Jane Doe. All right. Not only that, I can sit there and put in another and say, okay, another 10% goes to SSN Lifestyle, the company. Automatically. This has nothing to do with you having to do anything. Just a simple sale triggers all the payouts instantly. So when they pay her, everybody else gets paid on the spot. It's already happening, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm about to take advantage. So now we have a built-in refer a friend or affiliate program without the company interfering with anything. No money comes into the company, and then we got to cut checks later. Beautiful. And in fact, can even program it to pay a little bit of taxes just to be safe. How about that? There's all kind of damage that can be done here. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go through the door and find out if we can kick it in, and I'm going to make it happen. But first, I have to have agreements to make something valuable, and that I'm just giving you an example of what can be done. All right? So these are the things that's going to happen with crypto down the line, because it's already existing now. It's just that nobody agrees on which blockchain to use. Everybody says BTC. Everybody says Ethereum. Everybody could say a Cardano. It's all over the map. Monero. There's no consensus, but there will be a consensus one day. Just like when there was Netscape, just like when there was Google, just like when there was Microsoft and everybody had browsers. And then it all turned out Netscape disappeared. Now everybody mainly uses Chrome. Then there was Firefox. And then there's Opera and Safari for Apple, all these little things. But everybody knows who's number one, and it's Google. That's generally what the browser is going to be, right? So they won that war. Where's Yahoo at? You follow what I'm saying? Yahoo was big time back in the day. In fact, Yahoo bought Mark Cuban's company. And that's how much money they had to give him, like $5 billion. Well, not him, but his company. Between him and his partner, they each got like $2.5 billion. That's how big Yahoo was. Look at them now. Where are they at? So we're going to have a shakeout in the crypto industry the same way. The same thing's going to hold when we go to the marijuana industry. The same thing's going to hold in artificial intelligence, autonomous driving. It's all going the same route. Okay? There's always big dogs that take over. Yeah, Curtis Davis, 300K in Miami. I think it's going to be like 340, 350. But yeah, downtown Miami. It's hidden. And I got to go find it again. But yeah, I couldn't believe it either, man. It's happening. So there's a firewall, but buy a rubber dinghy or a yacht with it. Yeah. Fire sale. Yeah, that's it exactly. Eric, I saw homes in North ATL 1.3 million, 10,000 square foot, estimated $200 a square foot. I know. I did a video, probably like, oh man, when was it? It was like probably 7 months ago when I'm in the ATL. I'm at condos in North Atlanta. Decatur is what I'm referring to, which isn't really North Atlanta, but in Decatur, where that property used to be, homes were 70 grand. 80 grand because the neighborhood was downtrodden. Now they got it upscale over there and they're selling condos for 400 grand. That's ridiculous. They're like 400 grand and only like 1,800 square feet. It's crazy. So yes, this does not surprise me in North ATL. Are we talking about Marietta or somewhere like that? Outside the loop or inside the loop? Because we all know about Buckhead's inside, but still that's like North Atlanta too. But that doesn't surprise me. 1.3 mil for a 10,000 square foot house, that's Georgia for you. Because like I said, my friend's house in Cali is selling for 1.3, I believe it is, 1.299, I think it was. And his house is only 4,300 square feet. And he's got to pay, and he pays like $12,000 a year in taxes. That in Georgia, 1.3, well, his house isn't valued at 1.2. I think he bought it at 770 or something like that. But he still pays like $11,000 in taxes, real estate taxes to the state of California. And in Atlanta, that $1.3 million house is only going to cost somebody less than what it's going to cost. I think it's only going to cost them like 3-4 grand in ATL per year. It's crazy, the difference. All right, 13% annual unbeatable deal on coin. Exactly, at Celsius, Matic, and SNX. Now, granted, it's volatile because I bought SNX when it was 21, 22, then it dropped down to 17. But then again, I bought some more at 17, but still, they're volatile. Agree, buying crypto, invest in self. Exactly. Victor Morel, hey guys, I've been thinking, what coin do you recommend investing long-term? That's the one thing missing in my portfolio. Hey, the long term is just BTC and Ethereum. Oh, hold on. There's a few. There's no one. Chainlink, which is LINK, dot, D as in Davis, OT, which is Polkadot, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, BTC, and BSV, by the way. But here's the thing. Victor Marrero, you became a member in the last, I believe, 3 months. I did a video before about fintechs, and fintechs run on the Ethereum network with an ERC20 token. And that's when I told people a year ago, well, probably like 9 months ago, when we were doing a video and it was $345 was Ethereum. And I said, hey guys, you might want to get some Ethereum because all the fintech companies, they're running on an ERC20 token. So we know what's going to happen with Ethereum. And here we are now, 9 months later at $2,000 a coin. People have 6 times their money. All right. That's how beautiful this is. And so Bitcoin is the standard. So that's always going to rise as well. They almost rise in tandem. And now we have new chains that have come out like the Link and LINK and Polkadot. These guys cost less and they're doing things like BSV costs less as well. So there's no one. I would pick like the 3 or 4. And if Joshua Felder's here, Mr. Crypto, he'll probably chime in as well. Wilson Koo knows about crypto as well. So maybe somebody else will chime in. But there's no real one, in my opinion. It's almost like diversify because coins are all different. They function differently. Like Ethereum's ERC20 token, so people can run on that network. But then you have things like Filecoin, which, by the way, started out at $20-30 and it's up to almost 200 now, just a month or 2 back, which has security features. So again, there's security coins coming out and to secure the blockchain. So you got to diversify into what the actual blockchain does. That helps. So there's really no one, but the safest bet, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the safest bets if you had to choose one. All right. Let's see. John Ruck. He's still working. Soon the choice will be bankrupt the bank or the people. Guess who they will choose? Exactly. That's exactly right. They always choose the people. They're going to bankrupt the people. The federal governments around the world always keep banks rolling. The reason why? Because they give out loans, they can print out money, and they can keep you enslaved financially. Victor M, go for the one that has low entry point in BTC or in ETFs of crypto. Yeah, GBTC. Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, exactly. It's kind of whatever you feel comfortable with. It's really hard to say, but Wilson Koo has very good points. 12 to 36 months term on loan gives you plenty of earning potential on your coin. 30K can expand to 60 to 90K. Exactly. There's people right now who just like 4 months ago put their money on Celsius, BTC, when it was only like 25, 26 grand. And while they got a 1% loan, their crypto has doubled. It's crazy. It's crazy. Here we go. 300K downtown Miami. What? Downtown is in close to Ocean Drive. Even a studio at that price is stupid low. Yeah, not really. Well, you got to go across the 110. But no, I mean downtown like in American Airlines Arena downtown, which is also good because that's where the monorail is and everything. And that's where the park is. That's where they hold the, what do you call it? Jeez, I did a video when I was at one of those EDCs over there. Electronic music festival. Kel Slater, thank you so much for the donation of $5. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Seen a Bitcoin machine in Circle K gas station. Times are changing. There's a word, AI, green, solar technology. Kel Slater done hit the nail on the head. It's already happening. And the funny thing is Bitcoin machines have been out for like 5 years. But because the government never made a statement, they couldn't advance so quickly because the government still hasn't made a stance on this. They don't want to make a stance because as soon as they say no, then that means they can't do anything with crypto either. And as soon as they say yes, they're so far behind that they would get left even further in the dust. So they're doing this stall tactic to make sure that they can try to catch up, which is what they've been doing. So that's so funny. But yeah, the Bitcoin machines are already here. Maybe we should own a bunch of these and get paid in crypto. That works. That's a business opportunity that you can figure the business opportunity. It's right there for you. I don't know how the Bitcoin things work. It's just like an ATM machine. So yeah, you're going to get your fee in Bitcoin. Beautiful. It's almost like mining without having to mine. Talk about awesome. And it's coming because even Celsius is going to have a debit card. BlockFi is going to have a debit card. Nexo is going to have a debit card. The exchanges are going to have a debit card. This is going down. All right. So people are going to have crypto just like a bank. Instead of having dollars at a normal bank, you're going to have your crypto in an online bank, so to speak, and you're going to be able to use your debit card. But it'll be crypto money coming out. That's the only difference. Is that crazy? It's getting crazy, ladies and gentlemen. But again, I want to thank Kel Slater for the donation. Once again, I really appreciate that. All right. Brian P., welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Great information. Thank you so much. That's right. And it's by the community. That's why it's so beautiful, because we have so many knowledgeable people in the SSN Nation. And I appreciate that so much. All right. Curtis, yes, Atlanta real estate price also out of control. Spent many weekends at Peachtree when I was stationed at Fort Benning, Columbus. Yep, exactly. So that means, Victor Marrero, you remember when homes were 70 grand, 50 grand in the ATL, under 100 grand, got you like a 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, 3,000 square foot house. Jeez. And now look. Homes 400, 500, 600 grand. It's crazy. There's still homes though that are 300, 350, but like Stone Mountain area, outskirts of Decatur. But it's getting hard. What about DOT? Exactly, Brian P. We mentioned it. DOT is polka dot. We talked about it here, ladies and gentlemen, and we also talk about Link, Link. We also talk about Monero. Just be cautious with Cardano, but they keep talking a good game. But so far, game hasn't come. We'll see what happens in about 2-3 months. Yeah, never forget about Polkadot. It used to be like 5 cents, 10 cents. Now it's like $30 a coin. Kel Slater, cool. Thanks for the super chat. Yep. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kel Slater. Appreciate it. Let's make it happen, Mr. Burt. Wilson Koo, you know that's my name, man. I make things happen. We always have the plan. Now we got to implement the plan. That's the whole beauty of it. When you invest in yourself, you have a plan. You go, okay, I'm going to invest in this. Now you actually have to implement the plan, and you have to go get your research and make sure you can make that thing happen. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my research and make sure I can make it happen. Wilson Koo, is there a crypto ETF? I was looking for one. And BTCC came up. Is that it? What platform do I use to buy? No, you buy the GBTC. All right? GBTC. That's the one you buy. Over the counter, I believe. But Wilson Koo will tell you about it. Hey, fam, Brooklyn Daddy's in the house for another Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And anybody watching on Haps, how you doing? This is what we do every Friday, every Wednesday, every Monday. See us here, all right? Yes, at Victor, 2005 Duluth Homes, 500K, but 1.1 mil today. Good grief. Woo, that's insanity. I don't know what they're doing over there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, still working, but always listening. Exactly, John Ruck. Thank you so much. I love the support. Government making a lot of fudge, so we get screwed. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's the name of their game. You know why? Ladies and gentlemen, I say this all the time. I say, you're sitting there ever since you're growing up. Get a good job. What do you want to be when in school, when you're 5 years old, 10 years old? What do you want to be? Fireman, I want to be whatever, a banker, a lawyer, a doctor. But what they don't tell you is all that is associated with you got to go to school of some sort, which means they're going to tax you. You're going to have to get loans to go to these places. And then, yes, you might make a lot of money, but they taxed you already. It's not like you can just graduate from high school and roll in. They tax you. And then they tax you on your money that you make. It's incredible. And then when you say, well, I don't want to be none of that, I'm going to go to school because I want to find out about history or arts or business management or computer sciences. Well, you're getting taxed even some more. It's crazy. But now in this digital age, just think about, you can bypass school in reality. Because if you were 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 years old and grew up in the last 20 years, you would be adept at the internet. You would know what crypto is. You would be so far ahead of the game that you can probably do all these apps with your eyes closed, and you don't mind doing videos. You don't mind doing podcasts because that's all you've been doing for the last 10 years. People doing these photo, doing images, selfies. That's a thing for the last 10 years. So anybody that's 5 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, they're way ahead of the game and they're going to feel comfortable in front of a camera. So everybody that's older who doesn't feel comfortable in front of the camera, they're getting monetized. You're not. Okay, that's how simple this is. They're on Instagram making money. They're on TikTok making money. More than people make by going to a job, more than doctors make, more than lawyers make, more than congressmen make. There's some kids out here making $3, $4, $5, $1 million a year on these platforms. Just think what happens when you control your own platform. Instead of getting a stipend from the platform itself, imagine if you got 90% or 80% and the platform got the 20% or the 30 or the 40. Imagine when it flips. And instead of getting 300,000, you would have been getting $1 million the whole time. This is what's happening right now. So this is why you have to invest in yourself, and investing in yourself might mean learning something. That's the thing about this. You got to always learn. Nothing stays stagnant. Elon just offered 5,000 people jobs to come to Austin, Texas. He likes doggy coin. Own ecosystem. There it is. Elon's no joke. I love this guy, man. The more he talks, the more I like him because he just tells it like it is. I did a video 6-7 months back when he put out there, he says, hey, I want a nickel company. I'll offer you a contract because you need nickel and lithium batteries. I'll offer you a contract. Nobody wanted to come into the space. So what did he do? He partnered with Vail, the nickel company. It's beautiful. He's like, okay, I'll just partner with one of the largest producers of nickel, Vail. Cool. Now I got my nickel for my lithium ion batteries that I'm going to be producing. And all the lithium ion batteries don't go in cars, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard of the Tesla Powerwall? You heard of the Tesla shingles that go on your house? So now you're getting juice to the Powerwall? All right. His own ecosystem. And you know what's going to happen when there's going to be a breakthrough with batteries where you're going to be able to get more power. You can imagine what's going to happen with the Powerwall and shingles on people's homes. And now you have an electric vehicle too, and you could be off the grid once the efficiency gets up to near over 90%. It's going to happen because there's a race right now. He's not the only one trying to find a battery that can make his cars go 1,000 miles. Okay? He's not the only one. All the EV makers are trying to do this. This is like old school capitalism, which the United States government has basically tried to stop. But in the case of the electric vehicle market, they have every reason because Elon Musk is an American company. You have other American EV, like Ford says, I'm jumping on. GM says, I'm coming. And so now the rest of the world's saying, I'm coming too. The first company, whether it's BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, it doesn't matter. The first company that says, well, we got a 1,000-mile battery and our car only costs $30,000, that's millions units sold within a month. Okay? One charge, 700 miles, 600 miles, which they already kind of do. That's why Tesla's ahead. But can you imagine if there's one that says we got 1,000 miles on one charge? I mean, this is going to get sick. And then the race is going to be for autonomous driving. That's why you have to invest in autonomous stocks. Okay? So that's going to be another race. And just like there's a race into space right now, who's going to launch the satellites for the 5G network? There's only a few companies that even make satellites. Now, who's going to have the rockets and the spaceships to take them up there? Elon and Richard Branson, they said, let's go. And then, of course, the richest man in the world said, hey, hold up. Let me get my Blue Origin going now. I see we're going to have to get up there in space and wait, we can charge people $250,000 to go up in space like Richard Branson's doing? Holy smokes. I have a way to pay for these rockets going up in space. Yes, you do. Another frontier, ladies and gentlemen. So now what should you be on? Rocket companies. You should be on 5G companies, artificial intelligence, autonomous driving. Shall we keep going? All this is the final frontier, and we're all living where we can invest and take risk and invest in these companies. All right? FinTech will knock the wind out of Fed's banking. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's what's happening right now. Hi, Eric. Gino Chimiente's in the Friday Night Live. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Eric, how are you doing tonight? Take a look at LRCX going to 1K. Oh, no. Don't tell me this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Gino Chimiente dropping gems. We have to go look. All right? Just a second now. Let me go pull this up. Oh, by the way, please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Even you on apps, please smash that like button. All right. Before I forget, a lot of you, we haven't talked about credit tonight. And the deal with credit is this. I'm saying now in 2021, please invest your money in stocks, in crypto. Those are two areas that you can borrow against your assets. All right? No qualifying, no credit check, no barrier. You can borrow. It's your money. It's your assets. Now, the traditional credit, if anybody has a business and they want to start their credit, you can do Shell Fleet. All right? And let me see if I don't actually have it. Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat. All right? This is a Shell Fleet card. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys some info because I just messed around. So, Stop Struggling Now, LLC. is 1 year old. Okay. So I applied for the shell. Normally you can't be under 1 year old. Normally it's 3 years with a no PG. All right. But I decided, okay, let's see what happens. So I applied, 1 year old, no PG, got stuck. Okay. Looks like I got stuck a little bit. All right. Here's the deal. No PG, no credit checks, 1 year old company, and Stop Struggling Now uses Opus Virtual Office to boot. All right. There you go. Just giving you information. So almost anybody would qualify, in my opinion, if you're a year old and you have Opus Virtual Office and you're good. All right. You do have to put in your social security number because you're an owner of the company. All right. But they did not run a credit check. They did no inquiry whatsoever. But the company has a website. The company has a business address. The company has a business phone. The company has a 411. You look, act like a company. Simple. You have an owner or partners. If you have partners, each partner has to put in, if you own 25% or more, then you got to put in the person's name. But since I own 100%, then I put in 100% and only my information would be needed. All right. Just giving you guys that shell. I put a link. It's a long link in the chat so everybody can do it. Now let's go check out this LRCX. All right. Let me see. I'm going to go to, let's see I could have pulled it up on the screen. Here we go right here. I'll just go to the shell thing and show you guys now what I'm referring to. That's for a gas card. All right. Now, let me get them off the screen here. LRCX. Let's go look at this. LRCX stock. It's at 1,000. Okay. Lamb Research. Who is Lamb Research? Never heard of them. Design, manufacture, marketing. Oh, semiconductors. Thank you, Gino Shimienti. I didn't mention it. The semiconductor market. There's a shortage in semiconductors, ladies and gentlemen. This is why he's saying 1,000. This is why it went up $44 yesterday. All right. There is a shortage. So again, this is what we look for. Supply and demand means the prices have to go up. So this is why we all talk. And by the way, they give you 0.81% dividend, which is minor, but still it's a dividend for holding their stock at $639, $640, let's call it. All right. So some of you may be going, oh, well, Robinhood allows you to buy fractional shares. If you don't have $640 to invest, you can pay whatever you want from $1 to $639 fractional shares at Robinhood, fractional shares at Fidelity. All right. Now, speaking of semiconductors, here is another stock, SOXL. Hopefully you see that. And this is like an ETF, 3-time bull shares. And you can see what's been happening the past month, the past 6 months. Well, it's doubled. So people have done 100. And since there's a shortage, the price in theory should rise. All right. And if you want some more, and I'm going to beat you to it, Gino Shimiente, because he likes TSEM, which is the Tower Semiconductor Company. Another, and you're going to see almost a similar chart if I go 6 months back. All right. $18 hasn't doubled like SOXL, but SOXL is that does 3 times the number. So that's why they're a little more volatile. Now, let's go with TSM. Okay, here's another semiconductor. All right, this is Taiwan Semiconductor. This basically used to be the company that Apple, Samsung, a lot of companies that do computers, cell phones. This is like the #1 guys right here. All right. Now, their share price clearly has not doubled like SOXL, but once again, over 6 months, these returns are ridiculous. 50% on your money. You can't beat it, whether it's 50% or 100% on your money. You can't beat that, right? Okay, so I gave you a few semiconductor companies. All right, so take your pick. Like I said, get your pen, pad, and paper ready. You just never know when there's some gems that's coming across. There we go. And to answer Victor Marrero, this is what Grayscale, Bitcoin, this is the GBTC. That's what we're talking about. All right, that's where we stay at. That's how we keep it going. Thank you for your service at Victor Marrero. That's right. Thank you for your service, man. Exactly. Thank you, Melanie Bonita, for saying that. Thank you so much. Brooklyn Daddy, thank you. Right on. ETH, Grayscale, Ethereum Fund, over the counter. Oh, yeah, the new one. Yeah, that works too. I like what Grayscale's doing. IDRV. I would say, is that nope, that's not Iridium, is it? No, that's not. IRDV. I don't know what that is. Let's go look. So, yeah, I was thinking of IRDM. I don't know. Is that iDrive? It is iDrive. Okay, IDRV. Oh, I didn't do it right. That's probably what it is. You're talking about iDrive, then it's a hell yes. Let me see. Did I do it wrong? Oh, let me go back. Let me make yeah, I did spell it wrong. Okay, IDRV. That's iDrive. Okay. Yes, I like iDrive. I like, yes, anything that has to do with self-driving and tech ETF. That you get the double whammy. I don't see anything wrong with it. Again, you're going to see the similar chart. You're going to see a rise, and you're getting 38% on your money over 6 months. I don't know, this is what's going to happen. I'm speechless half the time because anything in self-driving, EV, techs, the NASDAQ just hit a record high. The NASDAQ is tech heavy. And for some reason, it just keeps rising and rising and rising. It's just incredible what's happening. So there's plenty of opportunity to invest, but are you willing to take the risk? Everything is a risk, ladies and gentlemen. But if you want to make money, even when you start your own business, it's a risk. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know that there's going to be a pandemic. If you started a business in 2019, at the end of 2019, you're saying everything looks like it's a go. Little would you know, 5 months later, there'd be potentially shutdowns and nobody could come into your business. This is incredible when you think about it. So everything is a risk, but are you going to take the risk? And speaking of that, let's go with something else because I do DRIV, which is an ETF, but that ETF, iDrive, IDRV, actually, I may even like it a little bit better because it actually includes some tech. The DRIV is Autonomous Driving Electric Vehicles ETF. So you're going to see something, 17 to 27. So it'll be about 50% on your money. So staying in this genre, regardless of what happens in this sector, I think you're going to be fine, in my opinion. And once again, I guess I should give disclaimers. I'm not a financial advisor, nothing to do with that. Just a YouTuber, just telling people like it is. That's all there is to it. All right. Now we're in an hour on a Friday Night Live. And of course, please smash that like button so that you jar that YouTube algorithm. All right. I'd appreciate it. All right. Let's see. I missed some people here. Let's see. Jimbo G's in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Glad to see you. Thank you so much for being here. The Shell Report, yes, it does, to your business credit. LV Handy Repair LLC, thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live. Yes, it only reports to your business credit. You got to give them your EIN number. They didn't ask for the Dun & Bradstreet, just your EIN number, and they're going to report to the business credit files. And it's just for Shell Gas, by the way. They are net 14, yes, which is fine, but they still report. You have to pay every 2 weeks. Yes, you do. John Ruck, still in the house at work. Jimbo G, thank you. SOXL ETF is rocking. Have that in my portfolio. So far, 14.94%. I can't complain. Exactly, Victor Marrero. We cannot complain when we get 15%. Even if I get 15% per year, I cannot complain. That is the goal we're trying to do here, ladies and gentlemen. We've just been spoiled over the last 24 months. In fact, we've been spoiled over the last 8 years because of rocket ships like Tesla and Apple, Microsoft, all these guys, just Amazons. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And then never mind about the EVs that just kicked off last year. And next up is going to be all the EVs, artificial intelligence, marijuana stocks. These are all waiting for people to invest in and enjoy the ride. So Victor Marrero and myself, we have SOXL. We're enjoying the ride, especially when we're not even doing anything. It's just supply and demand. It just makes sense. All right. So Maria, like button people, Maria G, welcome to the Friday night live stream. And thank you so much for mentioning that. I appreciate it. Please smash that like button, people. I love that. Lord's Tree Sap, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Glad to see you once again. He's in the house. All right. Gino Shimiente, risk going to job for 10 years. Exactly. Risk buying a stock like Apple or Tesla. I like my odds in the stock market. Sears is closed. IBM downsized. Exactly. And most people don't even understand. You might want to Google Sears pension. Yeah, they're talking about people that worked at Sears for 20 plus years. Their pensions might be held up and stolen. I mean, and okay, I got to say it. Steve Mnuchin's on the board, who used to be our, I don't know what he was, just making things worse. But anyhow, he's on their board. The guy that ripped off mom and pops in California by foreclosing on their homes back in the day when he took over a bank. The bank had an agreement saying, no, we're not going to foreclose. We're having a problem 2008, 2009. He buys the bank because they're in trouble, and then he forecloses on people instead of trying to, get their loans modified. Crazy. And he's on the board at the Sears, and they're messing with people's pension. It's craziness. Upstart bounced back up this week. In fact, Upstart, I invested in them last week, as you guys all know. Upstart. I can't remember what their stock symbol, UPT, I think it was, but we'll see. See what their stock symbol is. UPST. Just last week, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. It just came out, so don't worry about this curve. But yeah, 60, 115 to 144. We love Upstart. All right. Personal loans using non-traditional variables such as education and employment. Not using your credit score, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I love Upstart. And I also love Affirm, by the way. Okay? Another company. Affirm. Oh, I should mention. I think it's AFM. I can't remember. Let's go see. No, it's not that. Affirm. AFRM. Maybe that's it. Yeah, there we go. Affirm Holdings. Right here, rocket ships happening sooner or later. It started, it's been dropping, and that's why I had to buy it last week. Somewhere around here in 69, 60, I don't know what it was. But anyhow, it's either in the 70s, 60s, I don't know, but I feel this is the one because these guys also, you might start noticing on the on when you're buying some items on PayPal or other locations, you'll start seeing Affirm. Even on Amazon, I think they had Affirm on there, and they allow you to pay like every 2 weeks, all right, with 0% interest if you want to. You can either buy the item, let's say $100, or they'll make you pay like every 2 weeks, divided up into 4 or 5 payments or 6 payments. I don't remember exactly what they do, but this is pretty major because this is short-term lending. And a lot of people need this because it goes by, how people do it, my next paycheck. living paycheck to paycheck is a way of life in a lot of countries, especially in America. So Affirm is another company that came out and their price has went below their IPO. But it's the future. All right? Okay. Well, there goes some gems, ladies and gentlemen, already. So please smash that like button because we're here at the 1 hour, 10-minute mark. And I want to thank you so much for being here. And again, is it time for you to invest as a theme for the night? Create your own wealth. And you're saying, Eric, how can I do it? In case you're new and just got here, there's different ways. We were talking about get your free $10. Let me go with the free stuff in case you're new. First, down below in the description, below the video on YouTube, or if you're on our Facebook group, this will apply to you as well. You will find the free $10 from Coinbase. That's your first stop. Second stop, you'll see links for Robinhood and Webull down below. That's where you go get your free share of stock. Webull changed their promotion. They give you a free share of stock, but you have to deposit $100 or more to get your second free share of stock. And these free share of stocks usually come 2 or 3 days later. All right, so it's not like instantaneous. Robinhood, you have to link your bank account in order to get your free share of stock. You do not have to load any money up, but you have to link your bank account. So that's the first thing. Third thing, a lot of you might be sitting here after listening to this going, hey, Eric, I don't want to invest in stocks. It seems like it's too hard. It seems like I might have to invest and think and go do research. Yes, do your due diligence. But there is a set it and forget it. If you put in $500 or more, Wealthfront, there's a link down below, will do your portfolio for you for free. From $500 to $5,000, they handle your portfolio for free. They invest for you based on your tolerance, whether you want to do risky, not as much risk, or low risk. You pick, and that's how they're going to do your portfolio. That's Wealthfront. They're down below in the description. Please use the link. All right. And lastly, let's talk about something we haven't talked about, but Victor Marrero went over it, talking about Miami. That's real estate, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you may be getting priced out of the market depending on where you live, because now we have property in North Atlanta costing $1.3 million. We already surpassed that in the Buckhead area years ago for smaller units, smaller square footage. So real estate is another asset. And I'm not talking about real estate that you go and get a loan for a house. Okay? Generally, a house is going to appreciate. But if you get laid off, if you lose your job and you run into financial difficulties, they're not coming to save you. They will foreclose on you in 90 days, 120 days. They may try to work with you, but you only have a matter of time. And if anybody has ever lost their job and started looking for a job, sometimes it may not take just 3 months to find a job or 2 months to find a job. It might take 5 or 6 months to find a job that you can afford to pay for what you owe. So they know this. And in a hot market, they'll send you foreclosure letter like no problem whatsoever. They'll be like, yeah, we'll give them 6 months or 5 months, and then we'll foreclose. You lose all your down payment, lose all your money. So think about reversing it the other way around. Instead of buying the house, why not buy property that you're going to rent out so you have revenue stream coming in? How about that? Think of it this way. Every 20 to 30 years, there's always some sort of devastation that occurs. All right. When I had property in the late 80s, we had a crisis called savings and loan. Prices of real estate went down. It was bad. All right. In the late 90s, we had the dot-com bust in the stock market. Also, in 87, Black Monday from the stock market. People were jumping out of buildings in New York because the stock market went down so much. You had all the different 2008s, 2009s, the Great Recession. There's always going to be something. You cannot prepare for everything. That's why you have to be diversified, because in 2008, 2009, when the dot-com bubble burst in the stock market, these are all, one is real estate, one is stocks. So you should have had one or the other, but real estate and stocks on both hands went down. So what if you had gold and silver? Because at that point, gold and silver started rising, doubling up. So now you would have had that little hedge where you would have had a little breathing room, because you could have sold that instead. And if you would have had other real estate that you were renting out instead of a home, you might have had revenue streams coming in to once again stem the tide. So these are the kind of things that you have to think about when you're investing in yourself, investing for your future, and diversifying. So that's why you hear us talk here about real estate, crypto, stocks, gold, silver, precious metals. That's why you hear it. Copper. That's why you got to hear it, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to be in all of these genres, all of these sectors, all of these different investment vehicles. And if you can get interest on your money, if you can get dividend money coming in, that is a bonus. So that's why we always talk about 10%, 13%, 15%. That is major, ladies and gentlemen. Banks are giving 1% or none percent, 0.5%, 0.1. I mean, this is ridiculous. Meanwhile, you're giving them your hard-earned money and they're using it to make $10 billion a year. Like JP Morgan, $13 billion a year. And they're giving their CEO like $50 million a year. It's ridiculous. But they're giving me 0.03% or whatever. In fact, Victor Marrero, I think he works for one of these companies. Chase, he'll tell us what the numbers are. I don't know what they are. All I know is I'm getting like nothing, but I don't keep money over there anyhow. So it doesn't really matter. But I keep my money at Celsius right now. And I keep it at Nexo, because they're giving me interest on my crypto. It's better to keep it there, earning 10%, 6%, 13.9%. It's crazy. All right, upstart bounce back. Cal Slater says, you skipped a few of us. Cal Slater, there you are. I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't miss you, though, with that $5 donation. I appreciate it once again. Oh, you saying maybe I skipped over up here. Let me go look. 5G missiles. Oh, yeah, I did miss something. Oh, he's right. I did miss something. 5G missiles is coming. Exactly, because the processing speed for 5G is so much faster. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why they're using satellites. Tesla stock is going to trading sideways for now. Yeah, they are, but they blew it out of the park for their deliveries, 184,000. Victor M, we'll find out for you unless Joshua Felder has it on his notes. Exactly. Joshua Felder's not here in the house tonight. Mr. Crypto might know, or Andy Ortiz might know as well. Candy, a super sleeper, and Kel Slater, QS, we talked about on Wednesday. Man, I'm so disgusted because on Wednesday after the live, in the morning, I can't remember what happened. I had to do something in the morning. I didn't buy QS. And this just illustrates, ladies and gentlemen, we can't win them all. All right. And what I mean by that, we're still going to win with buying QS even on Monday. But on Thursday, when it was like 6 p.m, I realized, I was like, are you kidding me? I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe what I was looking at. I was like, did this really go up that much? Let's see if I can pull this up for you guys so you can check it out. Let's go. Where's our, oh, here we are. I'm already on the screen. So Wednesday night, we talk about it. It's $44, $45, I believe it was. And then on Thursday morning, it goes all the way up to $52.16. So when I looked at it, it was like $51. And I was like, wasn't that just $44 the night before? So it went up like 10%. So if you had bought pre-market, I would have been able to get in at $44, $45. And even though now it's back down to $50, but that's 10% in less than a day. I was like, But anyhow, QS is undervalued, in my opinion. We talked about this on Wednesday. So, Kel Slater, thank you so much for mentioning that. And so that is long-term play. And Candy as well. Thank you for mentioning that, because this is a long-term play and undervalued. Chinese battery and electric vehicle manufacturer listed on the NASDAQ. Exactly. This is just like how NEO was 2 years ago, $6.50. And then it dropped down to $2. And people were like, I'm done. Then NEO's like at $40 now. But Candy's another one. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to have to start writing this stuff down, because give me a second. Make sure that's on the screen so everybody can see. Candy's K-A-N-D-I, by the way. So I have to remember these, because on Monday I have to get the QS and the Candy. All right. K-Lac. Victor Gino Chimiente coming out with K-Lac. There we are. Capital Equipment Company, process control yield management systems for the semiconductor industry. Nanoelectronics. I like it. I don't know much, if at all, about K-Lac. Let's go look. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 6 months. Jesus. 70%. This is a semiconductor. Thank you so much. Gino Chimiente dropping gems, along with Kel Slater dropping gems, Wilson Koo, everybody bringing the gems every Friday night. I love this. This is awesome. On OnlyFans platform, female rap star banks 1 million in 6 hours. There you go. Exactly. OnlyFans is like a monetization vehicle. So a lot of women are using it, and probably men too, are using it for sexual activities. But then some people are actually using it for the real deal. They're sitting there saying, you know what? Let me throw a concert on here, and the money goes in my pocket. This is what I'm talking about. Thank you for bringing that up, Curtis Davis, because that's what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going down. Oh, man, I got a problem. So anyhow, I'm going to have to, even though I'm still going to stay here on YouTube, I got to give the farewell to Haps, because my battery ran low. I didn't run the internet, my power cord to it. So everybody on Haps, everybody at Twitter, thank you so much for being here. And hopefully we'll see you on Monday night when we're around 8:50 p.m. on Monday night for our next Monday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so I had to end this up here. My battery's low, so I can't turn it off, apparently. I guess it's just going to have to run out. That's going to be funny. But, yeah, it's not allowing me to end it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Haps is going to stay in the house until my phone turns off. All right, but back to the OnlyFans. And by the way, I guess I should always do something else. The F Average, Be Legendary, you can find it at the StopStrugglingNow.com website. All right. We got to do some promotional every now and then. All right. Yes. OnlyFans. That's the way to go. All right. Another way to monetize yourself. It's not all about just because somebody else is using it for some other content. You have content. You can upload. You can make money. Don't sleep on IBM. They've been in the game for ages. Kel Slater. Exactly. IBM cloud storage. They're like old school. I agree with that 100%. MU going to 140. All right. Okay. So far, you're not steering us wrong. And by the way, rebounded your favorite Melli, M-E-L-I, Micron technology. Yes, it is. I like MU. No dividends, but they have serious upsides, ladies and gentlemen. I agree with them on this. Highly agree. And then Victor, thank you. Yes, that was for thank you for your service to Victor Marrero. I still have a rental home there. That passive income is sweet. Yeah, Victor Marrero, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The homes that you were able to buy, they were under 100 grand back in the day. So, you know, that 1,000 or 1,500 or whatever you can charge. It's nice. Exactly. And that's exactly what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He was in Georgia. He took advantage, and now he's reaping the rewards years and years after the fact. And that's has to do with real estate in this case. And Victor Marrero, just like myself, we're all both in Punta Cana area buying condos over there. And the same intent, probably going to rent them out. Well, I am going to rent mine out. I don't know if Victor's going to hang out in his, but I'm renting mine out. We're doing Airbnb, VRBOs, whatever it takes. We're going to rent it out. So we're going to have control of the property for years to come, and we're going to be making money for years to come. All right. Thank you, Kel Slater, for letting me know that I missed a whole bunch of people. And the 5G missiles are coming. I love that. Yep, net 14. All right, let's see now. Let me get back. And then Upstart, you skipped a few of us. Exactly. That's it exactly, Kel Slater. Okay, how we borrow against our crypto. Jimbo G's in the house, like I saw him before, and he's asked a question. Okay, down below in the description, you download the Celsius link. All right? The Celsius link, send over $200 or more, get your free $40 of DAI, DAI. It's a stable coin. But send, sorry, it's not 200. It's now 400. You got to send 400 or more, and you get your DAI. But by the way, let me just, in fact, you know how we do this. I'll just show you. So Celsius, if you don't like Celsius, then there's a Nexo. I don't have Nexo's link down below. And I'm not going to even talk about the other one. They're out. They're acting like a bank, so I'm not going to mention their name anymore. But go with here's Celsius, okay? And because the other companies started reducing their interest rate, Celsius created a new website now. And this is part of it. They're like, our rates versus competitors are 8 times Bitcoin, 10 times, because they dropped it down to point like a bank, which I knew they were going to do. They're referring to the guys I weren't going to talk about, which is BlockFi. They started acting like a bank, giving us, changing their accounts. Instead of giving 5 or 6% like they said, now people put money over there, and then they go, oh, well, it's only going to be 2% now and 1%. They're like, what? So Celsius is getting all the people to move their money over. So how do we borrow? You have to have crypto over there. That's as simple as that. And they're going to let you borrow you can borrow at 1%. All right. But the 1% has to be a 25% LTV. So I'll give you an example. If it's, I'll use 10,000 because that's an easy number. If you had 10,000 over there, see, this is 1%, but you would have to borrow 2,500 to get that 1%. All right. And they might have even increased it to 33%, which would mean 3,300 you can borrow at 1%. No credit check, as you can see here, no origination fees, automated process, instant. You have to borrow $500 or more. All right, that's the minimum. But here's the little chart right here. So I'll put in 10,000, for instance. And we'll go, this is what I like to do, 36 months. That's 3 years. Look at this. This is your interest, $225 in 3 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. And that's for a $10,000 loan. So at 25%. Okay. Yeah, so we got it right. Now, if you go up to 33%, now it's a whole different ballgame, because now your APR is 5.21%. But 5.21% on your own money. So what? If I turn it into a vehicle that I have, that I'm buying an asset, and my asset's generating me like 15% or 12% annually, then I'm taking this all day, every day. You follow what I'm saying? So you don't want to borrow just to borrow to go buy something that depreciates. You don't want to go buy a car. You don't want to go buy refrigerators or something that's not going to generate money. All right. That's the safest way you can stay always ahead of the game. All right. and that just makes it a lot easier for you. So hopefully that's it's simple. It's automated. There's nothing that you have to special do. You don't have to go through any underwriters. You don't have to go through anything. It's your assets. So you're your own bank. That's why I love their slogan, unbank yourself. So hopefully that helps you out, Jimbo G. And Nexo does it as well. So, Weeble getting on soon. I will do the 100. Right on, John Ruck. Appreciate it. And get your free share of stock as well. Hopefully you get an Apple or something. I like purchasing whole shares instead of fractional shares. Wait until you get the money to buy whole shares, even if you have to buy one share. All right, Gino Shimiente. I just think you need to be in regardless. But yeah, I mean, even if you had half shares, a third share, whatever the exponential growth is, if it's 20%, you still get 20%. John Ruck, Robinhood, they added two small amounts, like, yes, 21 cents and 8 cents, and then you type the amounts on the app and you were all good to go. Thank you, John Ruck. That's different because they were using Plaid at one time, so that's very interesting. He changed it up a little bit. Oh my, we have Mr. Precious Metals himself in the house. Yankee Stacking, the donation of $2.99. Thank you so much, Yankee. I really appreciate it. And this is the man that has the Precious Metals channel, gold, silver, constitutional coins he has. And he gives knowledge and information based on why you should be holding precious metals. He goes over all that. He has special guests on. I've seen it. He even has a coin dealer that he regularly goes to on his channel, and they discuss the state of affairs with gold, silver, and precious metals. So anybody here, if you're more than interested in gold, silver, and precious metals, go subscribe to Yankee Stacking's channel. You got to do it. So, hi, John Ruck. Yeah, in fact, John Ruck is a subscriber of Yankee Stacking as well. That's why you might have mentioned earlier when John Ruck said he has 600 ounces of this, 300 ounces of that, and he started listing his ounces. He had copper, he had gold, he had silver. Great diversity. All right, 7 Streams of Dreams of Income's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Brooklyn Daddy. I just skipped up. Hold on. I missed a whole bunch of people here. All right. Brooklyn Daddy. I lost my job in January, so I feel you. Yes, Brooklyn Daddy, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you have some way to stem the tide during this time. But I just made a special video today that it may help a little bit because it has to do with online, starting online, no entry, no barriers to entry. So that might help you out because you can get a podcast, and of course YouTube is free, Canva's free if you need images. There's quite a few tools that you can use. TubeBuddy down below in the description. If anybody wants to do YouTube, get TubeBuddy. That helps you create thumbnails. That can help you know the keywords for your titles. That can help you out. So there's things you can start doing right now if you're sitting at home and you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, then you can do a podcast. Buzzsprout, that's free too. So again, you can invest in yourself and then just get whatever you're going to talk about. Just make sure you have affiliate links to at least send people to go sign up for what you're talking about to help them out. And then you'll have, money start to come in. You don't need 10,000 subscribers. You don't need 5,000. You don't even need 500. All right. Because the way the internet works, if you have a podcast, somebody could see it on iTunes, iHeart, Stitcher, a ton of places. And so they may not see the video, but they'll hear it on the podcast, and vice versa. Somebody might not be looking on podcasts, but they might see you on YouTube, and then you might only have 5 subscribers, but that doesn't mean that only 5 people saw it. There could be more people that saw it because you're going to post it in different areas, like on your Instagram, you'll post, like on your LinkedIn, you'll post. So they might be watching on a different platform. Facebook, you'll post. Or create whatever group or page you want to do. So, yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, we have options. All right. Hopefully you can do some of the options, or maybe you've already come up with the options. Yankee stacking, SNL crisis, exactly. Black Monday, exactly. .com crash, GFC, remember them all, exactly. Yankee, exactly, my man. That's why I was going down, man. It's got crazy. It got crazy, real fast. Back in the day, Yankee, metals and house, exactly. Agree. I still have my rental property in Georgia. That passive income is paying my Florida home. That's what I'm talking about, Victor Marrero. Ladies and gentlemen, he's exactly saying that this is how you do the playbook. This is exactly how you do the playbook. While everybody else is running around and they're saying, buy a house, live in your house, pay the mortgage for 30 years. And then when you go look and you go, wait a minute, times my mortgage times 30, man, my house better go up. I paid it. So that's why I love this, because that's what you really want to do. You want to buy an asset that then pays for anything else that you're going to buy, because you can rent it out. Okay, there's always going to be people looking to rent. Not everybody likes to be locked in for 30 years or 15 years. Some people like to be mobile, like myself. I don't want to be locked in for 20, 30, 40 years any longer, because I don't know where I'm going to be. Because like I said, me and Victor Marrero, we're over in the Dominican Republic. He's going to be over there being able to visit his property and hang out in about 6 months. I, on the other hand, still going to have a year and a half to almost 2 years to go. But nonetheless, I'm going to be hanging out over there too. So this is what we're talking about. We want to have some property somewhere else that's going to be paying for us to be hanging out. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. All right? If you had your way, why even bother? You could possibly do the 3% FHA and get yourself a 2-plex, 3-plex, or 4-plex. Your credit score only needs to be like a 620. That's it. All right? And then why buy a house with an FHA when you can buy a duplex, a triplex, or a 4-plex? Get one of those, and then but you do have to live in it for 1 year. But hey, 1 year goes by real fast when you move into a new place. Right when you're getting everything set up, seems like it's a year, right? And the next thing you know, you have choices. Either move out and then rent that 4 units, and then that's you too, VA. In fact, Victor Marrero's in the military, so that means he could have used a VA loan, which was damn near a 0% interest loan. With help, down payment was 3% too, I believe. So that's the kind of things that you got to take advantage of, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't think I'm just going to go out there and buy a house because you have no revenues coming in. That means you have to go the other way and say, okay, I got to go work to pay the note, versus it's a lot easier if you go, I'm buying an asset that's going to pay me. Big difference. Maybe you have to sacrifice for a year or two. Take your pick, because in the long run, you don't want to have to rely on your job, because if anything, if people have learned anything over the last 12 to 14 months, who knew a pandemic was coming? And just like that, millions of jobs are gone. Yankee Stacking says it best, be the bank. That's right. Private money lending, Yankee Stacking. Yes, he does private money lending for real estate, but only for close friends, so don't ask him. Friends and family. At Yankee Stacking, yes. Hello, brother. Exactly. Nice. QS gap up. Exactly. QuantumScape. You got to love that. And I got to get some more on Monday. I got it down. Candy, QuantumScape, KLAC. Yankee Stack and I have been here every stream since you told me. That's right, John Ruck. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. And Yankee, you mentioned it on your channel as well about telling people to come here to stop struggling now. So I got to say thank you so much again, man. John Ruck, that's awesome. Hello at Yankee Stacking, exactly. Hi, Curtis Davis. Keep eye on MAS and Masco. Okay. This is how we do it on Friday Night Lives, ladies and gentlemen. You never know how long this is going to run. But you're doggone sure it ain't going to run for no 1 hour and 39 minutes. All right. Let's go see what this is. What's this? I'm not familiar with MAS. Oh, by the way, Curtis Davis, trying to drop gems on us. Oh, he's dropping gems on us again. In one day, this thing went like, what the heck's happening here? I don't know who this is. Home improvement, new home construction markets, comprising more than 20 companies. Okay. Housing market's red hot. I don't know how much longer it can happen, but apparently the getting is good right now. Let's see, last 6 months. Oh, it's just been going, okay. But in the last, all of a sudden, in March, about 10%. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on that. And what was that other one? Oh, it is Masco. All right. It's Masco, MAS. All right. Well, we'll keep our eye on that. So I'll put that on my watch list. And every time I put it on my watch list, I forget about it. And then 8 months later from now, Mr. Financial will mention it and the thing will be damn near doubled. So that's why I have to put an asterisk next to it. All right. The one is screwing the pension at Sears is Eddie Lambert. He is hedge fund. He's the person that took Sears to the ground. Exactly. Exactly. But on the board is also a few other people, and he couldn't do it by himself. Well, he wasn't going to do it by himself, so he got some other scapegoats because they all agreed. It's crazy. Good show again. Thank you so much, Jimbo G. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your support as usual. Black Magic 553, Celsius Network, weekly passive income with no fees. Hit it on the head. That's why I love what Celsius is doing. They are part of the Stop Struggling Now Nation. The way of their handling biz, like, you know what? We're going to go regulate with the government. But in the meantime, we're going to kick the bank's ass. I'm loving this. And by the way, we're going to give loans too. So the banks can't give people those 8%, 10%, 12% loans and all that nonsense. And, oh, well, we're going to give out 6% or 8% or 10% or 13% interest. Oh, internationally, you can get 17%. So we're not going to play the 1% game or the 0.01% game like the banks, the major banks who make like billions of dollars in profits every year instead of giving it back to the people. That's right. Joshua Felder's in the house. Mr. Crypto has arrived. Thank you so much for being here, Joshua Felder, on the Friday Night Live. What are you looking for? There we go. That's it exactly. Thank you. He's in the house. Black Magic 553, a $5 donation. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I humbly appreciate the $5 donation and your support. Thank you so much. Passive income with no fees every week. What he's referring to, in case you just now showed up, Celsius Network gives interest daily. Then from the previous week, they give you the total of the interest earned on the Monday. So every Monday, you get the previous week interest that you earned. So it compounds every Monday, ladies and gentlemen. So imagine if you would have bought Bitcoin when it was, I'll just use an example. I'm not saying you bought it at 45,000, but hear me out. You bought it at 45,000, and in crypto, you can buy partials. So somebody could have bought 300 worth. It doesn't matter what the number is. 45,000. So you're earning interest on the 45,000 or I'll use it this way, 45,000 or the $450 that you have of crypto, right? Well, picture this. You're earning the interest daily, but now what happened when crypto went to 50,000? And now you have 50,000 in your account and you have 500 in your account. And now you're earning interest at a higher number. Now you get more interest, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, some of this interest could be in kind. So if you have BTC, I have BTC over at Celsius. They give me interest in Bitcoin. How do you like that? They give me interest in Ethereum. So when these prices are rising, I get more interest based on the price, not based on what I initially put in there, like a normal bank kind of does you, because they don't give you daily interest. So again, so now when it went up to 55,000, and now that initial investment now turns into that 450 turns into 550, I'm earning interest on the 550. That's why Celsius Network is powerful. That's why Nexo and BlockFi and all these other guys tried to get in the game. But Celsius Network is the only one so far that has produced and keeps producing. The other guys, they start messing around with their interest rates. All right? So that's why it's Celsius all the way at this point right now. I'm down with them. All right? Curtis Davis, in real estate, rental property goes up. But if population surges, it's all gravy. 790s, 1,000 to 2,000, 1,400 in 2020. Exactly. That's because there's inflation, first of all. So that's the beauty of real estate, because the properties are going to go up in value. That's just a given, because the cost of paper money keeps going down due to inflation, and because the government gives us misinformation, such as 2% interest. Come on. 2% interest year over year. I don't know where they've been, but apparently some people in the government don't go grocery shopping. That's all I can say. They don't go shopping. They must have some people, give some people, thousands of dollars and say, here, go pick up something at the store and come back, because they have no clue. Because if you just simply went to the grocery store every other week or every 3 weeks, you would know prices have increased. It's crazy. And apparently they don't care about buying homes either, because, once you're a millionaire, you don't care about home prices. Now, anybody can see prices have clearly went up over the last year. This is crazy how they act like interest or inflation doesn't happen. Really, what is the catch? Jimbo G, it's always what is the catch? No catch, man. That's the beauty of it. Banking like it used to be. No catch. Okay, I'll give you a catch. Here's the catch. I'll use the same $10,000 example. If I'm borrowing $2,500, from that point on, I do not earn interest on the money. That's the catch, if you want to call it a catch. All right. So my 10,000 will not be earning that daily interest. That's the catch. But I don't know if I call that a catch, because now I'm taking the $2,500 and I'm putting it in an asset that's going to return money to me, and I'm borrowing at 1% at 25% loan to value. So I'll take that. They can keep that, because I'm going to earn well more than 1% on my money, my asset that I invested in. So it's an offset. I'm not going to care about the 6% or 8% or 10% annually, when I'm going to probably be earning like 15 to 20% annually off the money that I'm borrowing. So that's the way I look at it. So that's the only catch that I can figure out right now. There is no other catch, quite frankly. Celsius is amazing. The killer app of this bull run. Exactly, Black Magic 553. I agree. Celsius is happening. And quite frankly, Celsius, and we can't win them all, ladies and gentlemen. 2 years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, there was this Cloud Token. I have to bring this up all the time, because Cloud Token at the time was a company that's doing exactly what Celsius Network is doing. But back in the day, there was none of this regulation. Back in the day, 2 years ago, there was none of this regulation. So governments all over the world brought lawsuits against them to block them, because they were giving interest every day. Like right now, I still have interest accumulating in my Cloud Token from 2 years ago. Every day, every night, it compounds. Every night they give us interest, and it works the same way. So we can't touch our money because there's lawsuits. But 2.5 years ago, Bitcoin was like $3,500, and Ethereum was like 180, $200. So our money's been sitting there while this stuff is rising, and we're earning interest every day on it. It's crazy stuff that's happening. And they're still forging ahead. There's been all kind of havoc, because when they froze the accounts and did things like that, people wanted their money back and all kind of crazy stuff. But the developers kept going. It's amazing. And they never moved the money. And how do you know? Because it's blockchain. So you know their address. And so the money is still sitting there. So at least everybody's hopeful that they'll be able to get this all worked out. But what I'm trying to explain is they were the first company to try to do this. And the governments were like, oh no, he's helping people out. We can't have this. He already had a debit card and everything where people could go to the store. 7-Eleven overseas, people were using their debit cards. Of course, in America, they made it difficult. The American government, land of the free, and all, they wanted people to do KYC, meaning cover your ass, so to speak, send over documents, photos. Well, 2.5 years ago, they weren't set up to do this facial recognition stuff and all this in-app stuff that they have now. So they couldn't do it. So American citizens were like, ass out. So the rest of the world, though, they didn't have to do KYC. Now it's almost a common thing. So they're now going to have KYC, but now the technology has caught up with them. But they're another company that was already doing what Celsius, Nexo, BlockFi, and all those guys were doing. But the governments were like, oh, no, we can't have this. You're giving these guys like 1% a day on their money. This is crazy. We can't do this. People are going to be doubling their money, and once people find out about it, and then he did something else that was crazy, and you knew the governments were like, hell no. What they were going to do is, and they still might have it in play, ladies and gentlemen, imagine if you have a SIM card. And the SIM card that we all have in our phone right now, we're limited, right? We're limited to like United States citizens. When we go outside the country, we got to call up our provider most of the time and say, hey, I'm going outside the country. How much is it? And they're giving you some stupid number, $35, $50, whatever. And you only have X amount of talk time or X amount of texts. Imagine he came out with this thing where the SIM card is global. That's right, global. So when he did that, I was like, okay, he's going to have problems because that wipes out industries at that point. And so you know what happens from there. The governments are like, we're shutting this down. So my 400 Bitcoin, I could borrow 10. No. No. Doesn't work that way. No. You're only borrowing, Jimbo. You're only borrowing against your assets. So you have to borrow 500 minimum, but you can't put in $400 of Bitcoin. You won't be able to borrow it all because you can only borrow against what you have in your account. So if you had $5,000 of crypto, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin, it's any crypto, $5,000 in Celsius, then you can borrow up to 50% of it. All right. So, and if you want the 1%, you can only borrow 25% of it. $750. I believe that's what it would be. Something like that. So, or is that 1,000? 5,000 would be $1,250. So if you had 5,000 of crypto at Celsius, you could borrow $1,250 and get a 1% interest loan on that. After you go above that threshold, then your interest is going to go up. Next stop is 5% at that point. But no, you can't borrow 10,000. You have to it's your assets. So whatever your total assets is, then you can borrow up to 50% of it. So that's why I've been saying invest in assets such as stocks, because you can do the same thing in stocks, but that's a margin play, which is highly risky. This is a margin play as well, because if you bought $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, let's say, and then Bitcoin dropped to 8,000, you still have to maintain that 25% loan to value. So then you're going to get emails and a call saying, hey, you need to put in more money so you can maintain that 25% loan to value. All right. So hopefully that answers the question. But no, it's not a credit card situation. It's not like you can just have a $10,000 line of credit and you can just borrow against that. You're actually borrowing against your own assets at Celsius and Nexo. All right. Okay, let's see. The crypto game is a wonderful place to be, creating money out of thin air by supplying liquidity or staking, just like getting a dividend check from stocks. Exactly, Joshua Felder. It's happening all day, every day. Excellent news. Okay, sounds good. Brooklyn Daddy, love it. Exactly, man. That's how we do it. And he says, thank you for the help. All right. Use your gift and estate tax credits to start a business and buy other assets. The credit man's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for that comment. You're exactly right. Use your gift and estate tax credits to start a business and buy other assets. And by the way, when you start a new business, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about an LLC or a C Corp. For your next taxes next year, remember, you get that $5,000 startup that you can write off against. So when you're starting up your business, keep records. All right. That's a lot, right? My mortgage was paid off 10 years ago. Then I woke up and remortgaged my house. Tapstic's equity, lend it out safely at 8% via private money lending, netting my 4% APY on the arbitrage. Yankee stacking once again, dropping the knowledge. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He's did it exactly how you can do the other side of the coin. He says he paid it off. Beautiful. Then he says, well, it's paid off. What am I doing sitting here letting it just sit there? He tapped the equity just like he says. He used the equity, and now he's lending it out, getting his preferred rate, 8% on private money lending. That's short-term renting of your money or lending of your money. So somebody wants to build a house. They want funds to rehab, or I'm probably rehabbing in this case, because we got to have a value. And then we're saying, well, we want 8% on our money, pay us back in like 10 to 12 months, some of them along that line. And now he gets back 8% on some money that he just lent out for a year or less. And if a person defaults, he has the property as collateral. So he gets to win all the way around. And then he's saying he's netting 4% APY on the arbitrage, which is beautiful as well. It's better than leaving your equity sitting there, or leaving the equivalent of the same amount of equity in a bank, which is cash, getting 0.05% on your money. So it's beautiful. Joshua Felder was looking for a crypto ETF, got the answer, GBTC. It appears I can buy it with Fidelity. Yes, that's why I mentioned it. Curtis Davis mentioned it first because of the over-the-counter. Masco supplies to Lowe's, Home Depot. Well, then there we go. That explains why their stock is going to be on the move. Victor Morel, you got it, my brother. Yep. See, that's what I love around here. People are so helpful, chipping in. This is the knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to create wealth. It's right here. This is all there is to it. There is no mystery. This is what they keep you at when you're growing up, like it's a mystery game. It's not mystery. Listen to what people are saying that they do, and that's all you have to do. You just plan. You just say, okay, I guess I better get me some real estate. Or maybe I better get me some crypto. Maybe I should get me some precious metals. Maybe there's all kind of ways to make yourself some extra money and not have to rely on your job. All right? Just think about it. Take a chance. Take a risk. Everything's a risk. All right? The new portfolio, 5% crypto, 10% gold, silver, 35% real estate, 50% stocks, bonds. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm switching up on that, though. I want 10% in crypto, 5% in gold and silver. And I want 60% in stocks and bonds, and I want 30% in real estate. That's what I want, 25% in real estate, thereabouts. But anyhow, we're on the same page. You got to have a mix. You got to be diversified. That's how you got to do it. I love the crypto markets. You can trade 24/7, 365 days a year. Exactly. Making money every day is nice. Oh, okay, cool. Exactly, Jimbo G. I'm glad you understood what I'm saying. Thank you. Thanks for the info. Thank you for asking, because I'm sure somebody else was probably thinking the same kind of way. All right, elbow cough. Mr. Evans with the icon next to his name. 100% facts. Nice to see you on the Friday Night Live. The newly minted homeowner in Summerlin, Las Vegas, Nevada. And I will say it for the next week or two. Congratulations. And the reason why I'm going to say this is because here's the thing. Because of my real estate, There's different things that go on with real estate. If you can buy a house in Austin, Texas right now, Las Vegas, Atlanta, these are hot markets. If you can buy the property, you're going to be pretty much guaranteed that there's going to be appreciation in the short term. And with appreciation, you already heard what Yankee Stacking does with his private money lending. But that's the same thing anybody could do. Because when you have appreciation of homes that go up $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in like a year, then you can go down and get your HELOC, home equity line of credit, and take out 100, 200, and then you use that money to buy more assets, or you use the money to loan it out like Yankee Stacking and do private money lending because you want a return on your money. And remember, your house, you're using other people's money when you take the loan out. All right? It's your money that you got to pay back. But ultimately, if you're having somebody pay you back, then you know that you just do your own banking. You put it back into your bank or the finance company. You give it back to them. It's simple. All right? But he's in an area that's going to appreciate a lot. All right? In Summerlin. It's a hot property. And you have a lot of people from Texas, a lot of people from New York. Not Texas. A lot of people from California, a lot of people from New York, in these areas that has high tax areas for real estate and for living there. And they're coming over to Nevada and Texas and southern states and buying homes for cash because homes cost almost double the price than almost everywhere else. And so now what's happened is the home prices in Austin, Texas, home prices in Las Vegas, Nevada have increased because these people are going over there buying homes that should have only been for $500,000. They're buying them for $7 million. Something that should have been $700,000, they're buying for $1 million because they sold their homes for $1.5 or $2 million. And so they don't want to take the capital gains hit, so they're willing to pay more money. It's a simple tax game. All right? So somebody's benefiting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 2-hour mark. So please smash that like button. And I want to thank everybody that's been here. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to wrap it up for tonight. It's another Friday Night Live, and it's Good Friday. So I want to thank you for being here because you could be anywhere on a Friday night and a 3-day weekend potentially. And everyone have a happy Easter on Sunday. Be safe out there. All right? And hopefully you got that pen and pad and paper with a lot of gems that were dropped tonight. And I want to thank everybody for dropping those gems. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why I started the channel in the first place. And in fact, I got to bring it up because Yankee and me kind of started around the same time. And the beauty of it is his channel has been doing great. He has awesome guests on there. So again, if anybody ever wants to get into more information on gold, silver, precious metals, go see his channel and subscribe. And we are still going to be talking about how to make money, how to invest in all different sectors, as well as the gold, silver, precious metals, and the real estate, and online marketing, affiliate marketing, getting your real estate. And I forgot something tonight. Unstoppable domains with the .crypto. I mentioned it off the top. I'm going to mention it again. Get your .crypto domain name. And yes, you can actually run websites off of your .crypto domain, which will be on a blockchain, which now means nobody can take your stuff down. No ISP can block it. This is significant. And the most important thing is, if you want to send me crypto, any crypto, you could send it to stopstrugglingnow.crypto. How about that? You don't have to send me BTC, and I don't have to give you a code for my BTC or my LTC or my Ethereum or my BSV. I just tell you, you want to send me crypto? Stopstrugglingnow.crypto. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The future is here. Get your AI, artificial intelligence. Get your 5G stocks. Get your autonomous driving stocks. Get your semiconductor stocks. This isn't hard. Get your 5G stocks. Get your satellite stocks. Get your rocket booster company stock. Get your SpaceX stock. Get your ArcX stock. Okay? Get your real estate that you're going to use as an investment vehicle, because sooner or later, the train is leaving the station. You're going to be left behind, and you're not going to be able to afford a home. You're going to have to start figuring out where these extra streams of money is going to come from to pay for your future. And the future is here, so why not get in now? And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.